Over the years, the Quai Branly Museum in Paris has featured exhibits like this one, illustrating historic injustices through art, such as racism in the United States. But like others in Europe, France's top public museum for African art is now looking inward, considering whether injustice also prevails in its own collection. In Ouagadougou last November, French President Emmanuel Macron said Africa's cultural heritage could no longer remain in European museums and private collections. Over the next 5 years, he said, artifacts in France must be temporarily or permanently returned to Africa, a vow that has sparked debate.
Mr. Macron, the debate has started in France, so each of the museums needs to have a look at their own collections and identify pieces which may have been trafficked illegally or which may have come out of some dubious circumstances during colonialism.
In 2016, Benin became the first African country to ask for its artifacts back. Several thousand pieces taken from the former kingdom of Dahomey by French soldiers and missionaries. Many ended up at Quai Branly. The argument that the art is now French property is rejected by Beninese like Marie-Cecile Zinsou, whose foundation promotes African art.
Benin heritage is shown in France, it's shown in New York, it's shown in London, it's shown in Berlin. The only place where you can't see it is Benin. The French, they left with everything.
There's also a powerful economic dimension. Art attracts tourists like the millions coming to Paris each year.
If you want tourists to come to your country, you need to have a cultural legacy. And how can you do that when most of your legacy has been robbed by many people in the Western countries?
But restitution questions are unsettling some people. Critics argue African art is now universal patrimony, and many African countries don't have the facilities to house old and fragile artifacts. Others believe these issues can be resolved. A group of Paris galleries, for example, built a small museum in Benin, donating art from their own collections.
Is it a national treasure for France, or is it a national treasure for Africa? Both. The problem is to show the thing to the people, to the mass.
Benin may become the first country to put Macron's promise into practice, which means the art of Dahomey may finally be going home. Lisa Bryant for VOA News, Paris.